Hi everybody, it's Mirella. Time to do video number 3. I wanted to take a moment to thank all of the subscribers and everyone who has followed me so far. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, click the button and subscribe. Thank you. Today we're going to talk about what I have been doing with the exercises since I'm still recovering, and today is week number 3 since I've delivered our little boy son Shiloh. And I've been just recovering, so I've been using simple things like, for example, this abdominal binder. Women who just got done delivering a baby, this is a wonderful thing. It's you can get all sorts of different ones, different shapes. This one is a really nice one because it zips up, and then there's Velcro and that goes around on each side, and it attaches, so you can make it as tight as you can, but not to the point where you're not going to be comfortable. It prevents all that extra sagginess in the belly. It puts it makes your belly more tighter. It's supposed to help a little bit with getting back to your pre-pregnancy clothing, and women who have had C-section, it relieves some pain as well. It works great. I use it to exercise, and I wear it around the house even when I do chores like cleaning the house, doing the dishes and things like that. But today I want to show you the little exercises I've been doing this week. We've had a lot of rain, so I haven't been able to go outside and use our stairs, so I've been using the stairs inside the house. And I've also included step-ups with that, like how I did before, and also doing some lunges as well, which strengthens your quads and your glute muscles, your buttock muscles. And also I've included with some balance as well, because us ladies, we tend to lose our balance a little bit after giving birth. So hopefully these will help you. Hi, it's Mirella here. I'm wearing this binder, which helps after delivering a baby, keeps all the muscles intact. And we're going to do some more exercises. One by one. Doing some side stepping. Oh, I feel it burning. After delivering babies, sometimes you lose your balance, so this is a good exercise to do to maintain your balance and work on it. Here's a little summary of my weight this week. So as I mentioned before, with Shiloh, I got pregnant. I was 152, and I wanted to come to 130 or 135 with my weight. So right now I am 7 pounds under from what I first was when I got pregnant with Shiloh. So I weighed myself this morning and I'm 145 and 3 ounces. So I lost about 7 pounds of the weight that I was when I first got pregnant with him. So the exercises, they're working, and also I'm breastfeeding, so that has a lot to do with a little bit of my losing weight as well. Today we're going to speak about the differences between the two deliveries. So with Emanuela, I had to get induced at week 39. So they had to put Pitocin in me, which I had no idea what Pitocin even was. But what it does, it's medicine. They go up to 20 units usually, and it forces the contractions on you. So my husband and I, we got there February 12th at 8 p.m. 2019. And I was laying for like 13 hours with the nurses gradually putting the Pitocin up, and I just was stuck on 4 centimeters. I wasn't dilating anymore, so my body was tense. I wasn't as relaxed as I should have been. So at 9:45 in the morning the following day, my doctor came in and he's like, maybe you should take the epidural. And I was kind of trying to go without the epidural, but I agreed and I said okay. So I ended up taking the epidural, and let me tell you, it was pretty scary. At least I was scared. I had like snot coming out of my nose. I was crying just because I was so afraid of the needle going up my spine and stuff. So I ended up taking it, and then, it numbed me from my waist down. I couldn't obviously lift up my own legs. My mom and my husband had to hold my leg, and the nurses as well. My husband helped me a lot when it came to breathing techniques. We brought a laptop, so we were also able to listen to music during the delivery. And at, like I said, 9:45, I got the epidural. I was 4 centimeters. By 1 p.m., I was able to push, because I was at 10 centimeters plus 3. That's what they told me. And I was able to push, and a healthy little baby at 135 came out. I told my husband, I said, I would love to have another one. And he said, are you crazy? He said, how about you push this one out first, then we'll talk about the second one. I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, Emanuela came to us February 13th, 1:35 p.m. Healthy little baby. During the epidural experience, I was not able to feel like the umbilical cord, and the doctor had to cut me and then stitch me, but I couldn't feel it as much because I had the epidural, like I said. So that was a pretty interesting experience, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. I thought I was gonna like die that day. So now let's move on to baby number 2, Shiloh. So I didn't have as many complications with Shiloh even while I was pregnant or during the delivery. So I didn't really experience the natural contractions and all that because with Emanuela, like I said, I had to get induced. But with Shiloh, I passed the gestational diabetes test. So the doctor would ask me, like, would you like to get induced or would you like to wait for the baby to come on their own? And I said, I would like to wait for the baby to come on their own, because with both pregnancies, we did not know what we were carrying. It was a surprise. Emanuela, by the way, she was 6 pounds and 3 ounces when she came out. I forgot to mention that. So with Shiloh, we were just kind of waiting around, trying to figure out when this baby was going to come. So he was due August 13th and he came August 14th, which was a Friday. So with him, I ended up getting the whole contractions, the whole deal. So 5 minutes apart were the contractions, and they lasted 60 to 70 seconds. And my husband was like, "Would you like to go to the hospital?" I'm like, "Well, let's have a cup of coffee first, and then we can go." So that's what ended up happening. Friday afternoon, I ended up having a cup of coffee with my husband, and what happens during these contractions is that that stomach gets kind of tight, and then you feel kind of pressure down in your abdominal pelvic area, and so you know that you're most likely not able to move or walk or do anything during that 60 to 70 second time. But once they stop, you know you have about 5 minutes before they start again. So my husband's like, "How about we get to the hospital? Because I do not feel like delivering the baby here at our house." It was kind of funny. And so we ended up getting in a car, going to the hospital, and he asked me, he's like, "Would you like me to get you a wheelchair?" And I said, "No." I said, "That's fine." I said, "Let me just grab a bag, you grab the car seat, and let's just go upstairs." And so we did. The nurses checked me out, and they told me they kind of got me hooked up to the IVs, and they wanted to see how much I was dilated. Well, I was dilated 7 centimeters by the time I got to the hospital. They paged my doctor, and it was his day off. He was taking a nap, but he came in, and an hour later he checked me, and he said, "You are 9 centimeters dilated. Would you like to get the epidural?" And I said, "Well, if I can handle these contractions and it's not going to get any worse than this," I was like, "maybe I can try without the epidural this time," especially because I was dilating, so I didn't have to wait around. So I ended up having Shiloh naturally without any pain medication. When the doctor came, like I said, an hour later, he's like, "You're 9 centimeters dilated. You're almost ready to push." And then once the nurses were like, "Oh, do you feel like you need, you have an urge to push?" And I said, "I'm not sure," which was kind of funny because I never went through it before. And so anyway, they're like, "Okay, you're having a contraction. Let's push." We got to the hospital at 4 p.m. and I was ready to push by 6 p.m. and he was born 6:24 p.m. I had him naturally. It was the coolest experience ever. I was able to feel the umbilical cord. I was able to experience, even when the doctor cut me and stitched me, I was able to feel all of that, but it was the coolest experience ever. He came out, and he was a big boy. He was a 9-pound baby. 9 pounds and 3 ounces, and my daughter was 6 pounds and 8 ounces. I might have switched them around, and if I have more kids I better remember these numbers. Anyway, but that's my little experience with the deliveries, and if I can do it, I believe any woman out there can. I thought I wasn't strong enough to do it naturally, but if your body is dilating and you're able to do it, I say go for it. So there's my little experience. Thank you for watching.